upon and welcome you all on my YouTube channel HR Theorist. This video is designed for those with a background in HR. In today's video, I will be discussing approaches to industrial relations under the title Hrm Outlook Part 4. And this presentation aims to provide you a thorough understanding of the concept. So without any delay, let's get started. Approaches to industrial relations. It refers to different frameworks or perspectives through which the relationship between employers, employees, and labor unions is understood and managed within an organization and industry. Here are three industrial relation approaches I will be explaining today: psychological approach, Oxford approach, unitary approach. Psychological approach. Mason Hare was a prominent scholar who studied the psychological approach in industrial relations, which focused on understanding the psychological factors influencing employee behavior. Perceptions. Perceptions are influenced by individual beliefs or experiences that they can shape how individuals perceive and interpret, interpret events, people, and situations. On the other hand, the third one, attitudes. Attitudes are evaluative judgments or opinions that individuals form about something based on their belief, values, and experiences in the workplace environment. According to psychological approach in industrial relations, conflicts and problems arise due to negative perceptions between management, unions, and workers. Each group tends to view the behavior of other with suspicion, even when their intentions may be honest. So these negative perceptions are influenced by several factors such as values, belief, custom, education, communication, income levels, prestige, power, status, recognition, and security. Here are two cases I have included under the psychological approach. First case, if there is a lack of effective communication between management and workers, so it can lead to misunderstandings and mistrust. The second case, in a manufacturing industry, the psychological approach to industrial relations may involve conducting surveys or interviews to assess the employee job satisfaction levels, identifying areas of improvement in job design based on employee feedback, implementing leadership training programs to enhance interpersonal relationships, encouraging open communications channels for employees to share their ideas and concerns. Overall, by focusing on these psychological factors, the company aims to create a positive work environment that boosts employee morale, increase productivity, and ultimately contribute to the overall success of the organization. It's important to note that the aim is to build mutual trust and understanding, which reducing the conflicts and promoting harmonious industrial relations. The second approach, Oxford approach. According to this approach, the industrial relation system is viewed as a structured pattern of relationships within a social system of production and distribution. This approach is presented by Flanders, and according to him, he categorized job regulations into internal and external aspects. Internal regulation includes elements such as work rules, wage structure, joint consultation procedures, and grievance handling within the organization. Trade unions are seen as external organizations that play a significant role in industrial relations system through collective bargaining. So let's understand with the case third. Let's consider a manufacturing company. The internal regulations within the company may include a code of conduct, work hours and breaks, performance evaluation process, and a system for addressing employee grievances. These internal regulation aims to establish a structured framework for managing the employment relationship within the organization. And at the same time, the company engages in external regulation, collective bargaining with the trade union representing its employees. During the collective bargaining process, negotiation takes place to determine various aspects of employment relationship such as wage benefits, working conditions, and dispute resolve procedures. So, this external regulations through collective bargaining helps in maintaining a balance of power and resolving the conflicts between management and workers. The next slide relates to Oxford approach, highlights the equation, that is R is equal to F bracket B or R is equal to F bracket C. The equation The equation in the Oxford approach is not intended for calculative purposes. It's a just conceptual representation that emphasizes the relationship between rules governing the industrial relations, collective bargaining, and the resolution of conflict through collective bargaining. So R represents rules governing industrial relation, B represents collective bargaining, C represents conflict resolved through collective bargaining. So this approach focuses the role of collective bargaining as a key mechanism for setting the rules and resolving conflicts within industrial relation system. So let's understand this with case third, collective bargaining. It's an another scenario in which a company, manufacturing company, is negotiating a new labor contract with its employee union. During the collective bargaining process, representatives from both the company and the union come together to discuss and negotiate various aspects of employment relationship such as wages, working hours, benefits, and working conditions. By engaging in this process, they establish the rules and terms that will govern the employment relationship for a specified period. And furthermore, the Oxford approach recognizes that the conflicts may arise in the employment relationship, whether it's due to disagreements over wages, working condition, or other concerns. However, instead of resorting to strike or other disruptive disruptive actions, this approach highlights the role of collective bargaining in resolving conflicts. Through negotiation and compromise, both the parties can work towards a mutually acceptable solution that addresses their respective needs and concerns. In this way, the Oxford approach highlights the importance of collective bargaining as a mechanism for setting the rules that govern the employment relationships and addressing the conflicts that may arise in the future. So, it recognizes that by engaging in constructive dialogue and bargaining process, employers and employees can find a common ground and reach an agreements that promote harmonious industrial relations. The third approach, unitary approach. Unitary approach, credited to Alan Fox 1966, perceives the organization as a single entity with a unified authority and loyalty structure. It emphasizes the presence of shared values, interests, objectives among all the participants within the organization. So, according to this perspective, organization members are seen as a cohesive team or family working towards common goals and shared destiny. In a unitary workplace, there is a strong emphasis on fostering a sense of unity and cooperation among employees. The organization is viewed as a collective entity where all individuals are aligned with the same vision and objectives. So, there is a belief in the existence of typically centered around management. Unitary approach in industrial relation is centered around management. So that means it views the organization as a unified entity with a single authority structure, which focuses the idea that all members of the organization, including employees, share a common purpose and interest. The second one guides and directs the activity. The second belief is in the existence of that unitary approach promoting a cohesive and harmonious work environment in the organization. So it emphasizes the alignment of individual goals and objectives with the overall goals of the organization. Under this approach, management plays a huge role in setting the direction, making decisions, and ensuring that all employees towards achieving the organization's objectives. The third one, source of authority. Source of authority here, management is seen as the primary source of authority within the management, within the organization. It holds the power to make decisions, set policies, and enforce rules and regulations. Moreover, the focus is on maintaining hierarchical structure where managers have the authority to direct and control the activities of employees. So, this centralized authority is believed to foster unity, discipline, and efficiency within the organization. Now, let's understand with the case 4 that unitary perspective can be observed in a company or industry that promotes a strong organizational culture and values. Employees in such a company are expected to share a common beliefs, goals, and principles. The organization actively encourages teamwork, collaboration, and a sense of belonging among its workforce. So, communication channels are open and employees are encouraged to participate in decision making process that affects the organization as a whole. In summary, in a unitary perspective, conflicts and disagreements are seen as a temporary and are addressed through open dialogue, mediation, and the alignment of interests. The focus is on maintaining a harmonious and cooperative work environment where any differences or disputes are resolved in a manner that preserves the unity and common purpose of the organization. The references I have cited for today's topic includes renowned academic publications and books. Thank you students for your attentive presence, and as a management student I truly understand the importance of presenting management topic in an innovative manner to enhance the learning experience. My aim with this video was to provide a valuable insights, and if you have any questions, suggestions, or if there is any management related topic you had like me to cover or discuss, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to support this educational video by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with others who may find it beneficial.